Bam. Let's eat it. Run this behind real fast.
Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, when I walk out onto the grass here at Saban Field, this is one of the most iconic places in all of college sports. When Bryant-Denny is good, it's one of the most dynamic home field crowds. They are so excited to welcome back their Crimson Tide, and they are really loud early in this pregame. I'll keep you posted on how loud, how crazy, and how frenetic it gets here for the Crimson Tide. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. The Longhorns headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Backfield, he gets to carry. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They feed him again. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both, and that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations, and now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Russell. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. Russell will throw for it on 4th. Can't get him to the ground. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Calls his own number. Fighting off the defender. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
The The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost a yard.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Throwing Russell. Fires to the big fella. He's down short of the line to gain. It'll bring up a 4th down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And
wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Has to get there to move the sticks. They make the stop, but not before. He gets enough to convert on 4th down, and rolling the dice pays off.
And how about that call? You're right around midfield, 4th down on your opening drive, so you run the football and you put your trust and confidence in your offensive line up front to get it done and keep your offense on the field. That is impressive.
Blasted as he lets it go. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Keelan Russell. Firing deep. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
10th play of the drive coming up, but this time a chance for the defense to get off the field on 3rd and long. Fires to the big fella. He was able to pick up a few, but not quite enough for the 1st down. It'll be 4th down at the 41.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's 3rd down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag. You get the catch, he advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick it up, but now you've set up 4th and short, and you've got to think on offense. You've got to play somewhere that can go pick up this 1st down.
Going for the marker on the ground. They get him on the ground, but not before he keeps his opening drive alive with a 4th down conversion.
And your decision to go for it on 4th down has a lot to do with your kicker. How strong is his leg? Some of these guys nowadays, they can boot the ball 50, 60 yards, no problem. Do I believe in him or do I go for it? And they believed in their offense, they went for it, and they got the 1st down.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. To the ground, he's got it again. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. Look at this defense. Shoulders sagging, tongues hanging out. 13 plays they've endured from this offense. The RPO fired complete to the left. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Russell. Moving away from pressure. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And these are the ones that they just add up, and they're so frustrating for a defender. Trust me, I'm a defensive guy. It's just annoying. You get him in 3rd and medium. They're going to pass the football. You play the pass well, but man, does he have a good feel, and he just pulls it down, and it's almost like he knew exactly where he had to get. Smart scramble. Nice job getting the first down.
Takes the easy completion. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown time! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Boy, did they play keep away on that drive. Didn't think they were ever going to give it up. And they closed the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And he's coming out of the end zone. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Keeping it on the ground inside. It smothers. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Caught, and he's got room. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a 1st down.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. First down, 10 yards to go. Throwing Manning. Oh, they're after him. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, man, I mean, you don't get more wide open than that, right? Big fella running down the field, nobody near him. Quarterback puts it on him. Just got to make the catch.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Finds his man. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Picks up the 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And you can see why it's so tricky for a defense to have to stop these draw plays. Everything the offense is doing is telling you pass. The quarterback, the offensive line, the running backs delaying. You've taken your deep drop in coverage, and now you've got to rally and find the football and do it trying to avoid these big 300-pound bodies running at you full speed. Not an enviable task.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Here's a heat, and down he goes.
play by this defense. It's hard when you go against a guy that's so good at the quarterback spot. He can make so many plays, but the defense understood that rep. Nice job getting to him, corralling him, getting him on the ground, and creating the big sack.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it then.
They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Not a chance. Missed it. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Oh, he's got a chance. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Throwing Russell. Quarterback extends the play. That's caught. It's Riley. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Russell. They'll run the screen. Breaks into the open. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Man, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. This time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision. And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Russell on play action. The sweet feet buy a little time. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
And everybody knows when you're running that play action, that fake has to be great. Everybody has to bite it for it really to work. Defense didn't bite it, didn't bite the bait, went after the quarterback, got him on the ground.
Keelan Russell. Looking left. Pulls it in. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The whistle sounded, and they got it called just in time, using the timeout with a second left. Now to see if they can score before the half. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3.
I missed that hell out there. I missed that.
And he missed it. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think you stay calm.
Turning on the Jets. He's at the 40. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Longhorns come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Motion from the wide receiver. some room.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Touchdown, Longhorns! Once he got some room, it was over. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Tide ready to roll on offense. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the third. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The short hands, it's Edwards. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Powers through the defender. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37. If they don't pick up this third down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive. Russell. Firing to... Oh, it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
In late in the football games, coaches are like, don't make the mistake. In this offense, they just did it. Tie football game, they put the ball on the deck, the defense recovers. Now they're going to have to depend on their defense to come out, get a stop, and keep them in this football.
Touchdown, Texas! They take the lead with the 6.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. They'll see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. And he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Finds a little space. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. The offense changing the play. Throwing Russell. Pocket breaking down. It's complete to the right. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. He's in open space downfield. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense. Like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
To the air, it's Russell. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Keelan Russell.
You guys.
Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Fourth down, Russell. Might be looking to run. He's brought down. Couldn't find anybody and get rid of the football, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Oh my God.
He makes a grab.
Man. He's blocking that pretty.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll run it. It's Brown. And he's in. Touchdown, Longhorn.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Russell. Pressure coming. Fires on the move. And the pass is incomplete. It's the final play of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter is coming. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. To the air, it's Russell. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's caught. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Alabama quickly back to the line. From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. Floating away. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback may change this route. Russell will throw for it on 4th. Moving out to the right. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. Under fire. Quickly to the tight end. Knocked off his feet. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And the defense drags him down. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got a little space. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run the counter. Plows through the defense. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. And the Longhorns come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Running inside. It's Smothers.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. They'll give it to him again. He breaks a tackle. He's in. Got enough space. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Texas.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Wants to adjust the pattern. Throwing Russell. Under fire.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Working that left side now. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Russell from the gun on 3rd down. It's complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on 4th down with the heat.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds. Cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
Fires into the end zone. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch except for ticket holders. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a couple.
Worst game I've had. I'm a switch for a season.
Welcome to the big house, Michigan Stadium. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
When you talk about iconic stadiums in college football, the Big House has to be at the top of your list. One of the most unique stadiums. It is nestled down in the ground. It is loud. It is fun. Ann Arbor has one of the finest stadiums in college sports. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The Wolverines ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Fielded in the end zone, it's Rodgers. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The run inside, it's Riley. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Rides to the back. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
I know 4 yards doesn't seem like a lot, but man, it's so nice when you can dictate to a defense. And 4 yards, back-to-back plays, now set up with a whole playbooks available. I can do whatever I want. I can be aggressive. I love when offenses stay in that third down and short range.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. Fourth down, Russell. He'll pull it down. He's out past the 35. There he goes. They run him out of bounds after a tremendous pickup on the play.
And this is exactly what happens when you don't keep a fast quarterback in the pocket. Man, you got to keep him inside that tackle box. Don't let him dance. Don't rush upfield. A lot of times that's the responsibility of the defensive lineman, because now you see, now the linebackers, the secondary, everybody's chasing him, and he has the ability to go to the house, to make the big plays. That dude's got some jets.
From the gun to give, looking for room. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Now here's Russell. Spits it out to the back. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Might be calling a hot route. From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. Complete. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And this will throw incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
And the Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. On the move to his left. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They are going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too, and that time, that was a great play call defensively.
Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to run it. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
And I know he tucked that thing, and he got some good yards, but as a defense, that's exactly why you're so thankful to be in 3rd and long. You're backed up. You're taking away the passing game. No explosive plays. He takes off and run. He chews up some yardage, but you do what you're supposed to do. You throw that fist in the air, and you force the 4th down.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. He's got it up, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
You cannot make a bigger statement on offense than your head coach deciding to go for it on 4th down, deep in your own end, early in the game, and they get it somehow running the football. Wow.
Underwood. It's complete to the left. How about that? He smashes his way through again. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the 1st quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the 1st period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the 2nd quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Tight end finds a soft spot. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing 1st and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. A run for the quarterback. Touchdown, Wolverines!
They've been calling his number, running the ball a lot on this drive, Dave. That's an outstanding run right there. But whether it's designed or whether it's off script, scrambling around, this defense can't find a way to corral this guy. And if I was on offense, I'd keep letting him do this.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is, man, the quarterback gets the ball every single play. They snap it to him. He can throw it. He can scramble. He can run. So really just opens up the whole field is at his mercy. And this defense right now, not finding a lot of answers. They've got to do something to stop this quarterback.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Keelan Russell fires to the tight end. At the 35, he's got room. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. Alabama pushing the tempo. Back to throw, it's Russell. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And I like where the quarterback got, because I think he needed to check the football down. but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Setting up the screen. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Now here's Russell. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on fourth down. Again, it's Russell. Fires to the wideout. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. To the house. Touchdown, Alabama!
That play long.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he added the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the final 53 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Chambers. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. Still on his feet at the 35. Continues to fight for yards. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown Wolverines. Just blew his way through a couple of defenders and reached pay dirt. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Rodgers. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Russell. Quick completion on the out route.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Scanning the field, it's Russell. Got his man on the right. Turning it on. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Now improvising. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the QB leaves the pocket and he scrambles out and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
Making side adjustments here. Again, it's Russell. Fakes to grab. Nice pick up there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Throwing Russell. Unleashes one. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the 1st down.
Man, he's spreading the ball all over the yard, man. A lot of times when you go to one guy, man, I can kind of shut them down, or I can run coverages to stop wide receivers. Now getting the tight end involved, using the whole field, really in a flow, in a rhythm, the passing game looking good.
The Crimson Tide rolled to that last 1st down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. To throw, it's Russell. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He's got an open man. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And now a chance to pull even 1st and goal as we get late in the 1st half. Russell. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Put 6 on the board.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the 1st half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And they did tack on the extra point. Coming out with it, it's Chambers. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Here's Underwood to throw. Bringing the heat. And they got it.
Well, the offense obviously already in bad field position. The defense can smell blood in the water. Just look at the defenders pin their ears back and get after this quarterback. Wow.
The Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Running inside. It's Marshall. They'll find a little bit of running room there. It'll be 3rd down as the clock runs before the half. Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. and they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Direct snap. It's Marshall. There's some room. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
Well, they're able to catch the defense off guard. They're obviously thinking past. This back is dangerous on first down, second, and third. And he shows you the vision and shows you the speed. And I just love how decisive he is. He's getting north right away.
And third down and long, man, everything in you knows it's a pass. Surely they're not going to run the football. But I think what you said is important, having a guy like this that can chew up yards so quickly. Because I'm thinking just make the tackle. No big deal. Force the fourth down. But, man, what a nice play by the running back.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. He's loose.
Oh my God, I missed that.
At the 20. Touchdown, Michigan. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
And that is going to leave the head coach scratching his head. The final play of the first half, your opponent runs the ball, and you can't tackle him and get him down. With all those bodies back playing prevent, that is a terrible job of defense. And to add insult to injury, you've now given up the lead.
And they tacked on the extra point. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off.
Okay, what's for it?
He'll bring it out. It's Chambers. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep them up.
Snags it, and there's running room. The 40. Past the 30. The 20. He's at the 10. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field, uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
And it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. He'll bring it out. It's Rodgers. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone.
You gotta go run back.
The Alabama offense coming onto the field. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with it. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down.
I'm kidding.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Makes his man miss.
That's more fun.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. He'll run it again. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Really good job running the ball, getting that first down. Now here comes the tempo.
He might want another play. Russell. Here's the pressure. Gets rid of it. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
All right, for this offensive line now, you've got to gear up. You've got to really start to hone in, understand that if you don't start playing better and you don't start giving this quarterback time, trailing in the second half, needing to throw, you're not going to have a chance to win.
So now it's 2nd and long. The run inside. It's Riley. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And this quarterback, man, you've seen him have some success, so you know he'll take off and run. The defense was ready, man. Nice job. This second half, this is a critical part of it. Don't let him beat you with his feet.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. Now here's Russell. Fires to the middle. He makes the catch. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be fourth down. He wants to change this route. They'll run for it, and he will not get there. How about this defense stopping that run short?
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Marshall. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Stepping to the right. Trying to make magic with his feet. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Looks as if he's going to run it. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. This quarterback part of their running game. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Well, the head coach said he was going to be aggressive. 4th and 2 is kind of right on that edge, but he goes for it and gets it done.
He said he was going to be aggressive, and he backed it up. That's one thing you want to see. You want to hear your coaches talk, and you want to see him back it up on the field.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Looking to scramble. He's going to let one go back to the middle. Upstairs to make the catch. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. Wide receiver going in motion. Got some room in it to the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. On to attempt the try. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Fielded in the end zone, it's Rodgers. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Throwing Russell. He's got it down the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Offense getting set for 1st down.
And that was the perfect play call, throwing the slant against the blitz. There's one less guy in coverage because they're bringing an extra guy after the quarterback. So QB gets it out quickly, throws it out in front of his target. He's able to catch it, and not just that, he's able to advance it for an explosive play.
Looking to pass. It's Russell. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. It's complete on the right side. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up. And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. Russell from the gun on 3rd down. Trying to escape and get it himself. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Alabama pushing the tempo.
And it's just so fun to be a play caller when you got a QB that can do that. Like, it's a pass play. Nope, he pulls it down, chews up yardage, gets a 1st down. And both of these quarterbacks, man, they have this ability to make big plays.
Come on.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Motion from the back. Keelan Russell. He'll pull it down and run. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And both these quarterbacks, man, they're showing off their ability to take off and scramble and make plays. Right here, it's a design pass. He's looking to make a play. What does he do? He sees some space, captures it, makes the big play with his feet, gets another 1st down. This guy can do that a lot.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened.
Breaks into the open. Gets away from one. Finds some space. The 30. The 20. Past the 10. Touchdown, Wolverines. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Finding an escape route. Looking for room at the 25. Oh, he got loose. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Russell. Rushes on him. He's going to take off. Turns it on in midfield. He's across the 50 and out of bounds at the 49, and a great pickup on that one. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. To the air, it's Russell. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football.
I got one more. Got one more. Oh, two. Oh, Lord, that's Cowboy team. I'm 2-2 already. That don't look like a good team to me. Where else I'm gonna look at? Let's go look at it. Let's see. I swear that one, but it can't be that fast. First, I don't have 87. Spurs, that dude Spurs. 90 speed, 93 separation. And he got 87 pounds in the rest of the clock. This game is killing me. So, you trying to say, that 90 speed, 93 separation. One of them going to change what? 94 speed, 94 acceleration. And he can get burnt. Telling you, man, it's crazy. You know what? I can't keep doing this because I keep looking up, bro. Everybody else usually speaks up to me. Like, who am I looking for? I got this for that. Yeah, I was a big fan. I'm gonna try to take a take. I don't even know what take a take is. I know that take it. It's not crap. Oh. What This will be my last game because I'm not playing too great right now, but we're definitely going to see. Let's see, let's see. Where did I play that?
On the banks of Lake Washington, it's Husky Stadium. It's the Texas Tech Red Raiders and the Washington Huskies. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
The most beautiful views from the water on Lake Washington. Husky Stadium is something special. You can see the lake, the mountains. You can see it all from kickoff. This is one of the most glorious views in all of college sports. Guys?
Okay, Holly. The Red Raiders ready to kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Washington. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. There he goes. They finally knock him down. What a great pitch and run on the option. Washington wants to go quickly. Off the RPO, complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. The RPO, it's complete. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Here's a give to Washington. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Hauls it in. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver, put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Goes to the option. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Williams. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. Williams looking for a man. He's got his man, makes the grab. They'll bring him down just outside the 25 at the 26, certainly well within field goal range, but let's see if they choose to go for it here.
Really nice individual effort that time by the wide receiver. He was trying to get the first down. There was no way he was going out of bounds there on 3rd, fighting for every inch he could get. Didn't quite get there, and now you've got a big decision if you're the head coach. You're going to stay on the field and try to go for this thing.
Williams to throw for it on 4th. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. Touchdown, Husky. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And this offense just made their first statement, the first drive. 4th down, what are we going to do? We're going to be aggressive. Not only that, they get the touchdown, they're rewarded. What a hot start for this offense.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hudson. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. But a little time, lets it go. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to pass, it's Hammond. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
This offense comes out clearly wanting to throw the football. Nothing good on 1st down with incompletion. And how about this? You've got to protect your quarterback. That is priority number 1, and they give up a sack on play 2.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He'll try to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. As we get a look at the stats, they are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second.
What up, Bill?
They'll run the option. Quick toss. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. The Huskies want to move quickly. On third down, here's Washington. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Passing on the field goal try. Ball at the 10, and here they come to go for it on fourth and short. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. No problem for the offense there. They just took care of business.
And you practice these situations nowadays, you know you're going to go for it on fourth most of the time. 4th and 1, you feel very confident, you're ready to rock and roll, and they get the first down.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He's got it and still on his feet. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Here's Williams to throw. Touchdown, Husky! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14.
You know what I'm doing.
Coming out with it, it's Hudson. He gets a block. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, take a knee, no, yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that in the end zone, making a huge play.
And he's going to try to return this one.
I'm glad y'all stopped.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Makes the grab. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime.
And that's really good tackling by this defense, man. Third down, understanding the sticks, and what you got to do is break on the football. That drag route comes open.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. 4th down, Williams. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. The 20. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll have some touchdown, Husky.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. He'll bring it out. It's Hudson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Motion from the wideout. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Dickey. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a comeback.
But look at this. They're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. And the Red Raiders need to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's 4th and short, 4th and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But 4th and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
Throwing, Williams on target. Now the connection takes it to the 11. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Williams will pass.
Got him.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back.
Oh, okay, man. This fullback is not
The
doing
30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Red Raiders. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
And this is always the fine line as an offense, man. You want to be aggressive. You want to go get more points right before the half, but you can't be careless. You can't make mistakes. And, man, Palmer, that's a big mistake that goes all the way back the other direction.
And give the defense credit, too, because in that 2-minute situation, they're expecting pass. Everybody's got to be on guard. Everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback. He was able to jump the throw. Now he's taking it the distance. He's building the lead for his team. They've got so much momentum now heading into halftime.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Williams. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Finds his man. It's Moss. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. Wants to throw it again. He'll take the deep shot. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
I know it was incomplete, but I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
Williams looking for a man. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Third down from the gun, Williams. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. To the air on first down. Escapes the pressure going right. Throwing on the run. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. He'll bring it out. It's Hudson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
A third and short coming from their own 20-yard line. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding it.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Running inside. It's Dickey. Makes it past the marker. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. The Red Raiders look to keep this drive humming. Snap it to the back. They are ready this time. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage. And after that big run, the defense answers.
And it's been a struggle for this young man. I mean, listen, he's a pretty good player, and they depend on him week in and week out to be their guy to carry the mail. Just, it's not working, and the run game hasn't found a rhythm. And I think that's why this offense, they need something. They need a spark. They need to find some way to run the football.
Grab behind the line. It's Dickey. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. To the air, looking deep down the right side.
You got it.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking. And something's a little bit off. And
wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Quarterback making checks. On fourth down, trying to find his man. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
What a big stop for this defense in the second half. Around midfield, you can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big fourth down stop.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive would makes a grab and room to run. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Oh, they're after him. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
Well, the offense has tried to throw the football twice now in goal-to-go situations. They haven't come up with anything positive. You know the windows get a lot smaller down here. This is going to be a very tough play on 3rd down trying to generate a touchdown.
Looking for the goal line. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
I think a lot of people wonder why you don't throw more slant routes. It's just nowadays wide receivers are so big, so thick. You throw it to them, the DBs can't go through their bodies to get them, and most of the time you get positive yards like you do right here.
It is perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Back to throw, it's Hammond. A little release to the back. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Wants to go right back downfield. Flips it out on the screen. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
Man, you gotta love the safety's eyes on that play. He didn't get lost. He didn't get enamored with everything that was going on in front of him, playing pass down the field. He locked eyes on that running back, saw the screen develop, comes upfield, makes the play.
There's a crease. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a 1st down. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The give is to Williams. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Runs through a tackle. They were trying to hit the corner on that loss, but the defense refused to lose contain. The Red Raiders want to crank the tempo.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting...
Oh, look out, the ball's free. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. The offense changing the play. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Buying some time. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Grabs it inside the 10. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
From the red zone, it's Williams. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Looking to get it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. And they'll come to the line and try to draw a little bit closer on 3rd and goal. Wants to throw. It's Hammond.
And with that stop by this defense, now I think it's interesting because obviously the scoreboard, multiple possessions, what I need to accomplish. Do you kick it now because it's a long yardage 4th down situation, or do you say, nope, I'm going for the touchdown?
A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Quarterback may change this route. They'll go to the air. The throw. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
Yeah, and now trailing with a little over 2 minutes, it's looking bleak. My defense has got to go out there and get a stop immediately. I got to stop the clock as fast as I can, try to save as much as I can, and then put my 2-minute offense together. There's a lot that has to go right for me to get back in this ballgame.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. After that big stop by the defense, now they can salt this thing away. Freeze! Ready, go! Williams. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be 2nd down.
Really good job by this defense, understanding tendencies and what they like to do. When they're backed up and they've got this field position, instead of trying to dink and dunk or run the football, they want to take shots, make the big play. Defense more than ready, playing the deep ball, covering all of that ground really, really well.
He's got him. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Quick strike complete. Gets it out past the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a 1st down as this offense tries to put together a long drive. And the Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Got it. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on 2nd down from the 18. Williams to the air again. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. They'll call a timeout. Play clock running short. It was down to 5 before the stoppage. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Lined up in the gun. Williams on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse. He uncorks one deep. Pulls it in inside the 10. And he'll go down after a huge gain and picking up the 1st down. Texas Tech will call a timeout. That's their 1st. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this. Touchdown, Red Raiders! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
On the direct snap, it's Williams. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out. Just over a minute to play. They're lining up for an onside kick to try to pull off this rally. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. 1 possession game, getting late, 1st order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, David.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
Now Washington uses this 3rd timeout, and they can't stop the clock again. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Here's Williams to throw. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
That's a miss as an OC. He's coming to the sidelines on it. Listen, that's not a great throw. We got to take something off of it. But we also can't miss inside. So it's a tough dynamic when you're throwing that out route. But either way, quarterback, wide receiver, they have to do a better job being on the same page.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Here's a hit. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
And he got it! Big 3 points to stretch the lead.
Well, that's a huge kick right there because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big way.
And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass, it's Hammond. Unloads it left. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use that blazing speed and make bigger plays. I look for them to continue to find ways to get that fast dude in space.
Looking to throw on first down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen.
Oh my
Throws
God.
to the wideout. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Takes it the other way. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Huskies. Took it all the way back to the house. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, two really good teams, man. That's a
I lost too many games, man. I lost 3 in a row. I'm gonna look at this. Go talk with them. I don't text it. Cause I'm mad about it. Not a man, not a... Yeah, that's the quarterback, man. Running back. Oh, he's the best, man. We the speed is him. Okay. And I thought he was fast, man. He's slow. Custom. God, the thing. Okay. So, hey, it's not set up perfect for them. Okay. They got one on back. Oh, look at that line back. Corner. Look. He's good. He's good. He's terrible. I didn't even see this. Good Lord, I got some. That defense is terrible. Man, I'm pretty good. With Washington. Let's see what they do about it. That's why you just need that quarterback. It was just the Washington. Yeah, I'm having a terrible situation. Oh, God, I'm playing terrible. I'll be back on probably 5 more hours. So I'll let you.